Hey, good morning, guys. This is Maya Haradat here, helping you kickstart your business. I am a small business coach and a trainer and love to help folks that are interested in either starting a business or taking their business to the next level, figure out how you can take the amount of time and energy you're spending right now and next level your business. That's what it's all about. So if you're looking for a small business coach, I am here to be able to help you. I just came off of a week of having a nasty sinus cold. So if you still hear me very nasally, my apologies in advance. But I've just had something on my spirit that I really wanted to get out to people. And that is a very hot topic that I've been hearing from people today in regards to coaching sessions that I'm doing, a conference that I've attended, and a few other things where this topic of vision boards and business planning is coming up. So I wanted to just share my spin and my thoughts on it and give you guys who either have a business idea and you're trying to figure out how to get started, or you're looking to really kickstart that business to the next level. Okay, so like, how does this all fit in? What do I do with it? So first of all, for those of you that may not know, a vision board. Vision board is really simple. It is you basically sitting down with your 6-year-old self, cutting out pictures, cutting out words that call to you, something that captures your attention, that's a place that you want to visit, a car that you want to own, a home that you want to have. Those are very like material things. And then for a lot of people, they often will pull out phrases. So I've done vision boards where like a phrase like bless, spoke to me. I wanted to make sure that I was walking in that, or confidence, or comfortable, or it's just some word that stands out to you that really speaks to, ooh, this is why this is something that I want to embody. This is something that I want to be. And you basically, like I said, it's your 6-year-old self, not your grown self, not your grown and sexy self. It's your 6-year-old sitting down and cutting out and putting these pictures on paper. And what a vision board is supposed to do, and there's research that actually backs this up, scientific research, is that it taps into the part of your brain that's around goal setting and around thinking about plans and dreams and ideas that you have to visually stimulate you. So for all of my overeager type A personalities like myself that love to have lists and charts and spreadsheets, this is not that side of your personality. This is the other side where you're really focusing in on what things in your spirit, in your heart, in your soul really are being called out. And those things don't come out in words. Those often come out in visuals. So it comes out in color, it comes out in pictures, it comes out in just kind of a whisper as to what are the things that you really, what do you put on this earth to be able to do? What are you supposed to be focused on? So if you haven't ever done one before, I'm actually going to be hosting a live workshop. I'm all excited, working on the date, working on the location, so I'll share that soon. But if you haven't ever done one, or if you want to do it in a way where, you went to one of these wonderful workshops and you're like, I didn't really hit the spot, then you need to definitely check out mine, because that's what we're going to do, is make sure that whatever ideas you put down on paper are ideas that will actually manifest, that will happen, and we'll come up with a plan on how to make that work. So that taps into, now that you know a little bit about what a vision board is, that also taps into why I think it's so critical before you start a business, or even if you're in business, before you start another extended season. So here's the deal. I think this cold this week was a perfect example of how this happens. You initially, when you're starting a business, or even when you've been in business for a few years, you sit down and you write goals and you write plans and you're like, I'm going to make this happen and this is going to be my reality and I'm going to have 6 gazillion customers and everyone's going to love my service and, all this wonderfulness. And you can do it even from years of experience. I mean, I've done goal setting for years now with my business, and I can kind of predict how much I'm going to have in terms of clients and, what the revenue is going to be. So I'm not even saying you're doing it from kind of like an unrealistic place. You can be setting up your goals and your plans from a very realistic place. However, life happens. And maybe that's the next live video that I need to do, is when life happens, how do you handle it with your business? And so like this week with this cold that I had, it's nothing that required me to go to, the hospital. Praise God for that. And I'm grateful. But it knocked me on my feet. We had snow that was out here that needed to be shoveled. My daughter is home from school. and sitting around here and staring at the four walls because she needs to be active and do something. And I'm stuck here with this sinus cold and can't do anything. The pressure was like intense on my face, my head. I mean, I think you can still hear it. I can't sleep through the night because I can't breathe properly. I'm on a whole bunch of meds, so I'm either too tired to do anything or I'm too miserable to do anything. That's why you need the vision board, because the minute that you start coming back from that and you're able to start coming back to yourself, like today's like one of the first days that I'm feeling kind of back up and on my spirit again and can kind of get some things done. You need to return back to what you were doing with your business or what you were doing with whatever that special project is that you're working on. And you don't know where you left off. You have no idea like what you should be focused on. You have no idea what matters to you. And also, to be frank, you really are not sure like why you're doing some of this stuff. You just might have written some goals down before and just been like, hey, I have a goal or two and let's go out and let's make it. No. When you have a vision board in front of you, when you have these pictures that inspire you, when you have words that are inspirational for you, I actually right now next to my bedside, in Nexuscope, Facebook Live rather, I'll share it with you guys. I have a card that I got for a couple of birthdays ago that puts down for a birthday, it's a spiritual card and it says, God has blessed you in all of these ways. You are blessed, you are protected, and it gives me the actual scriptural quote from it. That's part of my vision board, because when I wake up and I'm not waking up in the greatest of moods and I don't feel like being bothered, I turn and look directly at that to give me an anchor and a grounding point to remind me why is it that I do what I do. So this morning, actually, I did it. My daughter came into my room and she's waking me up. Mommy can't even talk. I can't think. I can't breathe. And I'm starting to get up really grumbly and angry. No, I turn and I look at that visual representation, those words that matter so much tremendously to me, to get myself anchored back in the space where I need to be at. So that's the power of a vision board. It's very woo-woo, guys. I'm not even trying to lie about it. It's something that if you are attending, a top tier, business school, they may or may not be talking about these types of things. It's probably not something that you're going to hear a lot about on the roster, because although some schools, to be honest, are starting to get into these types of things, because it seems kind of like, that's for those people, those crazy folks out there. But it works. It works. I'm telling you, it works. If you understand your why, and if you have visuals to remind you about that why, where you can turn to it and look at it regularly, or I know others that just create the board and then they put it away for a year or two and then come back to reflect to see what has actually happened or not happened. Either way, you're tapping into something that is going to get you so much closer to your why, which that's the basis that your business needs to be formed on. Don't form your business based upon, I just want to make money, or, I just want to, help people. Yeah, those things, we got to have money to survive. You need to have money to eat. Like, all those things are important. But I want you to consider building your business on your why. What is the why of why you do what you do? So that when you hit the roadblocks, when you hit the sinus infection that takes you out for a couple of days, when you hit the bill collectors coming and you're like, well, should I close this down and go back and get a job, or do I continue and move on? When you hit whatever the roadblocks are that come up within your business, you have the why to remind you, why are you doing this in the first place? All of the spreadsheets in the world, all of the sales projections in the world ain't going to help you when you're hitting any type of brick wall in your business. The only thing that helps you, to be frank, is your why. Why do you do what it is that you do? So again, for those of you that are interested, if you think that you would like to attend a vision board workshop and learn how to create one, and more importantly, how to turn those whys into realities, because I don't believe in the nonsense of you just put the pictures on the board and woof, then they magically appear, that all of a sudden you're going to have $1 gazillion in your bank. I'd love it if it would. Doesn't always happen. But if you're interested in attending a workshop and learning more about it, I want you to check out my website at mayaharadat.com. It's MALLAHARADAT.com. HARIDAT.com, and join my email newsletter. You'll see a link right up at the top and then also on the sidebar that you can join. I'm going to be hosting it here in New York City. The date and the location to be announced very shortly. But if you get on that list, I will make sure to get you guys some extra promos for those of you that register early to really make it worth your while. Because I want to see some more whys coming to pass right now. There is so much craziness and anger and just stupidity going on right now. And honestly, I do believe we can change what's happening right now in this world. Each and every single individual can change that if they are focused on their why, and their why is connected to the greater good of why God has you here in the first place. If you are focused on that, and if you are working towards that, there is no doubt in my mind that we can change this whole thing around, because the energy will shift in a way that just allows people to do what they are called here to do. You know, the thing that keeps you up at night that you're like, well, why can't I just let that thing stop? Like, why does it keep speaking into my head? Good. I'm glad. Let it keep speaking in your head. Come to the workshop, figure out how to put it on paper, and let's make it happen. Okay? Much love, my friends. Hope you have an amazing, amazing day and amazing weekend. And again, check out my website at mayaharidat.com and invite some friends that you think may be interested as well. All right? Take care.